Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our show this week. And I have to say, starting off, I am proud to be a Seattle Seahawks fan, born and raised, because we finally got our first Super Bowl.
Born and raised in Upper Kittitas County, forever have been and always will be the biggest Seattle Seahawks fan. Except for that one little girl who can name out every single Seattle Seahawks name.
That was pretty awesome. She's like a
impressive.
4-year-old that can name out everybody, even the offensive coach and the defensive coach.
Pretty impressive.
How do you do that?
Anyways, I was right last week, of course.
You weren't right. You had a better
score.
You had a better score.
We should have taken bets on our bets.
We should have. I had 25-27.
And I had 7-27.
So you were pretty close, Jeff. Both of us were off because the Seattle Seahawks dominated those Denver Broncos 43-8. Nobody could have seen this game in this big a blowout. Shutting them out until the third quarter, that was cool.
I know, it's kind of crazy. I mean, beating them 40-10 the last time we faced them, even though it was in preseason, and then almost the same outcome this time. It's making our division look a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's making the Seahawks look a lot tougher than they were.
Yes, absolutely.
And it was cool to see the next day all the media just ranting and raving about how great the Seahawks were and the defense. Because it was funny, before the Super Bowl, the media was saying, "Oh, Denver's going to be taking them and blah, blah, blah."
So who wins on Sunday?
Carrie, I think I'm going Denver.
All right.
Well, you have to talk like that. It's like talking football, you're going to mention Peyton Manning, and he's the guy to talk about.
Seattle hasn't looked good to me away from home. I don't think they have their home field to hide behind. I think the bright lights will get to them. I just don't think they're ready for that stage yet. I don't think you go from a losing in the wild card to winning the whole thing the next season. I just don't see it.
You know,
not this game.
Not at all. This year.
It's all of the Seattle Seahawks.
Underrated. Russell Wilson was the least paid NFL quarterback to win a Super Bowl, which is impressive. And the youngest. And probably the best, if you ask me. I don't know. He's pretty good.
He's pretty good. I'll give him that.
It was a blowout like never seen before.
But it wasn't just Russell Wilson. It was the defense. It was every single player on that team coming together, rallying to the ball, knocking people when they got the ball, making sure the Denver Broncos stayed behind the whole entire game.
Yeah, Manning gave him credit, that's for sure. I mean, They beat him in all three aspects. I mean, special teams, defense, and offense, it was all there.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
What a great game to watch. Congratulations, Seattle. And next week we have some footage of that parade that happened for the 12th man, celebrating the Seahawks coming home with that Vince Lombardi trophy. Oh,
yes.
Beautiful time.
And we had some footage taken from downtown Seattle of all the celebration of victorious 12 men out there and women and hitting the streets and causing riots.
Yeah, it was crazy down there.
Yes, it was. Peyton Manning actually lost money during this game. He won $47,000 to lose the Super Bowl is what he got, and then he was taxed by the state of New Jersey $53,000.
For losing the Super Bowl, he got paid that much money?
Yes, he got paid that much money.
So the loser of the Super Bowl would get that much money?
Yes, that's what Peyton Manning made
Oh.
for losing the Super Bowl. And then he was taxed more than that by the state of New Jersey.
Because New Jersey's such a great state.
And then so he actually lost money during the Super Bowl. Playing that game, money was out of his pocket.
Huh. He says it wasn't embarrassing, though, because that guy did get to the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning is an awesome athlete, and all the Denver Broncos are awesome athletes. But unfortunately, they didn't come to play, and the Seahawks did, beating them. Good job, Seahawks. Way to go, Pete Carroll. We were downtown, Showbox Soto, enjoying the 12th Man fans. It was an awesome time hanging out with representatives from Mercedes-Benz and Callaway Golf. So many people down there, and so much peace and love was going on because the Seahawks were winning the Super Bowl. It was a great time.
That it was, Nolan.
But afterwards, of course, people got a little, probably alcohol started setting in and getting a little feisty, and little riots happened in Seattle. Wasn't too many bad riots though, luckily. Not much destruction. And because Seattle is a peace-loving community and marijuana is legal.
Yeah, I think that had something to do with it. Most of the people were hitting the sack instead of hitting the streets.
Yep,
for sure.
The riot gear was out though, and not many arrests, and not many people were injured, so that's always good.
They actually said that this was the most calm city to ever celebrate a Super Bowl victory in NFL history.
Good job, Washington State. Keep up the good work on being good.
Yes.
Something very cool was Good Morning America, and we were seeing two people that we actually recognize when we're watching Good Morning America the day after the Super Bowl, and check out if you can spot the people that we recognized.
Oh, there they are. Yeah.
That was very cool, sitting there watching Good Morning America that morning and see my uncle and aunt, and wow, very surprised right there.
That would have been fun. Sasquatch lineup is finally released, and INTV is trying to score a few tickets so we can bring some video footage from the festival your direction.
Yeah, trying to get some good interviews with the awesome artists that are coming up to the stage. Cannot wait, like Outkast. Outkast is coming back, and they will be at Sasquatch Festival. So we are trying our hardest to get there like we did at the Warped Tour and get some great interviews for you and maybe some inspirational messages from those artists.
I've never actually been to Sasquatch.
Yeah, me neither. That's why we figured this would be a great opportunity to get some of these artists that people may not have heard of or that they love out to the public. Paisley, she got third at the Burton qualifiers in Pennsylvania at the women's qualifiers. This is awesome. Little Paisley from Roslyn, Paisley Flowers, tearing it up on the slopes and then celebrating with some apple cider.
Yep, pretty impressive. She is the one to look out for with the Winter Olympics just around the corner. If they had a division for children under 6 years old, she would be a part of it.
Well, she'd be dominating it, but it's only 13, 14 years younger, and she's dominating that one, getting third, beating boys and girls older than her. So great job, Paisley. Keep up the great work, and we will have an interview with Paisley coming up in the weeks to come on INTV.
Facebook is 10
years old.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought, right
It's
there?
kind of crazy.
Yeah, thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for changing everybody's lives. It's a great thing right there, keeping everybody up with the social media, with the friends, the family, the old high school sweetheart that you might have lost back in the day. You have one of those, Jeff?
Yes, I did.
Ooh.
I did.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. And actually, when you click on the video, she didn't even pop up.
Oh, good.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Yeah, very cool though. 10 years old, Facebook. Something that's 50 years old is Beatlemania, which we don't remember, but everybody loved Beatlemania back in the day. 50 years ago, people were loving all four of those Beatles, and now two of them got squashed.
Yeah, it was only about, I believe, 15 years ago. Everyone was loving Hulkamania.
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 And then he got washed up real quick
Yeah, he did, but then he made his comeback in the
with
2000s.
that terrible show.
Which was excellent.
And then his bald spot started occurring, and it was just a downwards
He's always
spiral.
been bald. He's always been bald.
Is that what you kind of went for, Jeff?
Yeah, okay.
The Hulkamania?
Yeah, the Hulkamania look.
Hulkamania!
Coming to you on Halloween, brother.
You could probably do the leg drop.
I could pull it off, I'm sure.
Something very sad in Hollywood news, just devastating all around. Philip Seymour Hoffman has passed away due to a heroin overdose. This is a terrible news story. One of the greatest actors, one of my top 5 actors right here, and in a lot of movies. And unfortunately, his life is cut short due to his addiction with heroin.
Don't let the lives lost go unremembered. And even in this case, I mean, if we can get anything out of it, that is to prove how truly bad drugs are.
Yeah, they're definitely a terrible thing, and they take lives short. So please, you know somebody that has a drug addiction or needs drug help, please get them into class. AA is very helpful, and any kind of sober treatment will be needed.
NA, there's many places around town that would be willing to help, and around your community if you live in the Lower Valley as well.
Sons of Italy Spaghetti Feed is coming up. Cannot wait for this. Every year they have the great spaghetti feed at the Cleveland Eagles, and this helps the Sons of Italy, and it goes to a great cause, a scholarship.
I'm usually upstairs doing dishes.
Yep, you always do a great job scrubbing away on them dishes.
Scrubbing away on the dishes.
March 22nd is the day, and it's going on from 4 to 7, so make sure you get your tickets. You can get your tickets at Galando's, Cleom Drug, the Cleom Eagles, and at the Roslyn Eagles. Adults are only $12, and kids are $6, so please get those tickets quick. This will sell out fast.
Staying on the spaghetti feed topic, this past week on Friday, the Red Cross held a free spaghetti feed for the community members in the Upper Kittitas County.
This is a fantastic event sponsored by Red Cross and all the emergency responders. Gives the opportunity for the community to come out and see what we offer and all the different resources that are available throughout the county.
My name is Sherry Sworry. I'm with the American Red Cross.
And what's going on here today?
Tonight we are celebrating a unity event here in Clayalum. Basically, it is bringing the community together and lifting up the morale. They've had a really, really tough time in 2013, and so we want to make sure that they realize that the community is here for them. Just by offering a free spaghetti feed, bringing out the organizations, and just letting them know that, you know, they still matter. We started planning this the last week of November. Earlier in the week, we had given out about 145 tickets. And as of when the event kicked off, we were up to 350. So one of the main goals tonight is just to stress the importance of being prepared, the community, building kits to survive in your home in case something happens, and then knowing the other organization and resources to work with to get to where you need to be prepared. We're with the Kittitas County chapter. We're in Ellensburg, but you can also reach out to all your fire districts, including Fire District 7, Fire District 6, the city of Clayalum, the police department, and the state police.
Thank you to all the volunteers who put that on, and the Red Cross and all the fire districts who could be there to attend, helping serving our community that delicious spaghetti.
Staying on the first aid topic, there was a fire that happened in the Pine Lock Sun area this last Tuesday. Fire District 7 and Fire District 6 were there putting out the fire. Got there at a great time, saw the fire, put it out. It was a chimney fire, and just minimal damage was to the house. There was a lot of smoke and water damage to the house.
Reminding all you guys out there that Mike Neville's Celebration of Life is going to be taking place on the 22nd of February, starting at 2 o'clock at the Stonehouse 101 in Roslyn.
Kiwanis Bingo. Here's the schedule. It's going to be a great time every single time at the Kiwanis Bingo. I love it.
Bingo Hall.
Bingo. So make sure to get these. Write them down. Take your grandma or your best friend and go win some money at the Kiwanis Ellensburg Bingo.
The Stonehouse 101 is going to be hosting a fundraiser for ARF, and this is to raise funds for their new building that they're going to be establishing behind Roslyn City Hall.
It's going on March 1st from 5 to 8 p.m. This is at Stonehouse 101 in Roslyn. Get there and contribute some money so they can build that animal shelter that's well needed in the Roslyn area.
And now let's move on to Randy Winkler with his weekly movie reviews.
Randy?
Hey, it's Randy Winkler again, your friendly neighborhood movie reviewer. This week I'm doing Lone Survivor. Lone Survivor is based on a true story, stars Mark Wahlberg, and from the previews you get most of the gist of it. There's a Navy SEAL team that goes behind enemy lines, so to speak, in Afghanistan to try to kill one of the Taliban leaders, and their situation gets compromised, and they end up being chased by a huge Taliban contingent, say 40 or 50 guys to their 4. I don't want to tell you too much, but what really impressed me, I had to look away a few times because there is some pretty graphic war stuff, so made me think of Saving Private Ryan a little bit. So if you're not into seeing very realistic war killing and stuff like that, then you might not want to go to this movie. But having said that, what impressed me about the movie was what it showed about the Afghan people. I always just think of the Taliban as all of those people, but the Taliban are really terrorists, and the Afghan people actually help Mark Wahlberg's character take him in and protect him from the Taliban at their own cost of their own lives and stuff. And they say at the end of the movie, it's part of their beliefs and their cultural heritage that if someone needs help or comes into their village, that they will help them right up to and including losing their own life to protect someone that's in their area. So it taught me a little bit more about the Afghan people, and it was a true story. So it was really good. I'm going to say a 3.5, only because of the goriness of it and the subject matter. But really, it's a 5. It just you might not want to see it if you're a little squeamish. So, and I looked away a couple of times, so I guess I'm a little squeamish. And also, I can't go away without saying, great job, Seahawks. And I also want to say, can't we all get along and not have burning mattresses and fights and people going to the hospital over a sporting event? It's really too bad that stuff has to happen. Don't forget to visit your world-famous Roslyn Theater and watch INTV on Channel 3.
Thank you, Randy Winkler, for that movie review. Mark Wahlberg in Lone Survivor. This looks awesome right here. Some military men in the woods, and they're shooting up the Taliban. It's going to be a great action-packed movie. But Randy only gives it a 3.5 out of 5.
Or a 5.
He didn't give it a 5. He said he could have gave it a 5, but he's giving this a 3.5.
I want to see the
That's a huge
movie
jump.
either way. Mark Wahlberg's one of my favorite actors.
Is he your hero?
I've been watching The Wahlburgers. I don't know if you've seen that. It's a new TV show out.
What's that one TV show we watch?
What?
Ponderosa Hills.
Ponderosa. Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump Rules. This
Fist Pump Rules.
This show is terrible. And if you have some time to watch a terrible show, watch Vanderpump Rules on Bravo.
Yeah, Bravo.
On Bravo.
And I don't know why we watch Bravo.
Our girlfriends watch Bravo.
And wives.
And here's a little taste of what you might be missing.
Vanderpump Rules.
Broke up with him. I made a mistake.
I'm in jail. I just got out this morning.
It goes on at work. Bang, bang, bang. They'll be gone.
Keep your nose out of other people's business. My nose is fine right here. Thank you.
You hooked up with my boyfriend.
Stop looking at me and turn around and speak to your boyfriend. I'm smarter than you. I'm cooler than you. I'm prettier than you. Get the f over it and move on with your life.
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
I'm just tired of arguing all the time, man.
Oh, fuck
off, bud! Off, man!
I hate myself more than you hate me, more than you hate me, more than you will eventually hate me.
Wow, Vanderpump Rules. Not really.
Some drama in the hills of Beverly Hills.
God, those kids are terrible.
It's actually a spin-off from Real Housewives.
Yes, it is.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, as if the Real Housewives of all of the cities weren't bad enough, they had to make a spin-off in California. Of all the kids.
Yeah, I might have said you should check the show out, but it's really just a waste of time.
California hellions, I like to call them. I'm glad we live in the place that we do, and we don't have to go through this type of stuff, even though it can get quite dramatic.
Those are some rich kids with no lives.
Yes, they are. And now let's go on to Civic News! Ha! I thought we were slithering.
We're at the South Clayton City Council. That happened this last February. It's the first of this month there, Jeffrey.
Yes, sir.
And you know what they talked about?
No, sir.
They talked about removing a tree on Lincoln.
Where is Lincoln?
It's in South Clayton. I think next to Cleveland.
See what the mayor of South Clayton refers to as the M word.
Is that mashed potatoes?
Yes, it is.
Mashed potatoes do sound good. You know, why would he be talking about a mashed potato station going on in Cleveland then?
A mashed potato station.
That's what you just said. The M word he's using might be referred to as a mashed potato station.
The city council was upset at the Cleveland Community Garden. You know why, no?
Why would they be upset with a community garden, Jeffrey?
Probably for growing mashed potatoes.
Oh, the M word, you mean?
The M word.
All this and much more in this week's edition of Civic News with the South Clayton City Council.
You mean the South Clayton Council?
Yeah, that's what I said.
And that concludes Civic News!
And at this time, we'd like to go on to some Warrior sports updates. In Warrior Sports, they played Zilla, our arch rivals right here, which we have had a terrible time trying to beat the Zilla Leopards. And the boys do not get a win, unfortunately. They lose 80-31 versus Zilla Leopards. This was a tough game down in Zilla. How'd the girls do versus Zilla, though, Jeff?
The girls followed in the gentleman's footsteps, losing 55-69 versus Zilla this past week. Unfortunately, they could not hold the reins against our arch rivals, but it's getting a little bit late in the season. I would say maybe next time, but I don't think that there's going to be a next time.
Not versus Zilla Leopards this year. It's going to be in 2014-15 season. But that's not a bad game, though, losing 19 points versus Zilla Leopards. They played the next day versus Natchez, and the boys lost versus Natchez 45-71. This makes the boys' overall record 4-14, and in district, they're 1-11. This makes their national rank 14,279, and their state Washington rank 287.
The Warrior girls did a repeat of the day before, following in the boys' footsteps, losing to Natchez 55-62, putting their overall record at 3-15. In the district, they are 0-12, and the national rank 12,039th. The state Washington rank of 270.
Ouch.
Not looking
good at all.
They're not even
this year.
on the charts in our district.
No.
That's kind of bizarre.
Unfortunately, the girls have not got one win in our districts. But again, wash out this year and come out next year strong, because the Warriors basketball program definitely needs to get something going on. We have two great coaches. We have awesome athletes, but for some reason, we just can't get the wins.
I don't know what's going on, but those kids need to start eating their Wheaties.
Somebody that's eating their Wheaties, though, Charlie Hoffine. The Hoffine boys and Jack Moen, they won their last matches in a tournament for the Warrior Wrestling. So congratulations. Keep up the great work, Charlie Hoffine and Jack Moen and the rest of the Warrior Wrestling crew. Great job right there. Can't wait for districts and state with those guys.
Best of luck.
And that concludes
Warrior Sports. And at this time, we'd like to take this time to thank all of our sponsors for sponsoring our INTV show. If you would like to be a sponsor of this show, give us a call at 649-3940.
Check out the CMA Christian Alliance Church down in South Clayholme, actually on the Clayholme side of South Clayholme. It's a great service, and we have their services every Sunday with the times below.
And tonight, we'd like to wrap up the episode by wishing a few people a very happy birthday.
Like on February 6th, we have Clarissa Hikely, Wilderness Ridge Tree Service, and Chase Morgan. Happy birthday.
And on the 7th, we have Chris Jensen, Krista Moorhead, Ty Solis, Stephen Bass, Megan Carter, and Kevin Nicholson.
On February 28th, we have Lindsay Oswald. Happy birthday.
And on the 9th of February, we have Karina Gibson, Timmy Held, Brittany Navarre, and Rusty Lanfear.
On February 11th, we have Stephen Ojurovich, Corinne Fudaz, Austin Lynn, and Matt Barton.
And on the 12th, we have James Porteous.
Happy birthday to everybody, and if we missed your birthday, please don't let it happen again. Give us a call, Facebook us, tweet us, so many ways of communication. We'd love to wish you a happy birthday. We want to thank all of our viewers for checking us out this week and every single week. I'm Nolan Weiss. Couple local boys. For you, February 6th, 2014. We're waiting to hit the camera. I got it right here.
Your voice is like, there they are, there they are.
There they are. I didn't think it was going to show them like all.
Totally gave it away.
Yeah. There was a house fire that happened up at Pine Lock Sun area. Fire District 7 and Fire District 6 were up there.
The was that?
Fire District...
Fire District 6 and 7 were
Fire District 6. Fire District 6.
Fire District 6 and 7.
I liked it.
Just up there.
There was a house fire that happened on Pine Lock Sun, Fire District 7 and Fire District 7. I was thinking way too much of district.
Fire Fire District 7.
Fire District 7 we're up here. There was a house fire that happened this last Tuesday up at Pine Lock Sun. Fire District 7 and Fire District...
How can you not say that?
I don't know why it's not popping out.
District?
District.
That is like not...
District.
District.